I'm Mark Reichman, a research analyst at Noble Capital Markets. And today I'm talking with Matthew Hornor, President and Chief Executive Officer of Maple Gold Mines Ltd, whose shares trade on the OTCQB under the ticker MGMLF and on the TSX Venture Exchange under the ticker MGM. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Great. How are you, Mark? Nice to see you.
So, Matt, Maple Gold released final assays from the first phase of deep drilling at Douay yesterday. For the benefit of investors, what is the purpose of the deep drilling program?
Well, this was in conversation with our partners at Agnico to look for the source rock that lies beneath the 6 by 2 kilometer resource package that we have currently, 3+ million ounces, to see how deep the system actually could go and how big of a potential system this could be. So it is a large area. The idea was to delineate mineralization, if we could, down to depth, and that was the objective.
What were the key takeaways from the first phase of drilling?
Well, as you can see from the press release, we hit in all areas. Of course, it wasn't economic grade yet, but it would have been conceivable for us to have missed everywhere, given how large of an area. We're talking about putting 5 holes down over a cross of 6 kilometers. Just let that sink in for a second. Exploration is very difficult. The fact that we hit as many places we did, and we have broad intercepts of lower grade at the moment, is incredibly indicative of what the potential of this massive system could be. If it weren't, it would have been not surprising had we missed everywhere entirely. So it's significant, I think, incredibly significant, the fact that we've hit everywhere over a gram in certain areas, in some place higher, and we have indications of broader areas of mineralization as well at depth. So the takeaway from us is that this was a proof of concept idea, and we have proved the concept.
Well, it does seem like it accomplished its goals, and that was to affirm the continuity of gold mineralization at depth. So what are the company's priorities for the remainder of the year, and what are some potential catalysts for the stock?
Well, as we know, the stock traded off because I think there was, this is a really crap market. It's a tough situation we're in, just as a sector, which needs to be fixed. But the catalyst going forward, and I think right now we have a lot of upside for sure, is, in my opinion, the catalyst going forward is to say we have done phase 1 of the deeper drilling. We have indications of where mineralization is. Now we can vector off of the major holes, the initial holes, to create with daughter holes, they call them, which will be less expensive drilling. You go down, you use the existing hole, and then you vertically or horizontally drill from there to test further in those areas what else could be there. So it's a phase 2 for Douay to work from what we've already found. And again, the fact that we found considerable areas of mineralization is quite compelling, in my opinion. Now we go off and look and see where we can expand and touch into some of these areas. I mean, as we've said, we are looking for kind of an East Goldie type zone. This is something that was found at Malartic. It was 6 million ounces and growing of high grade. It is always been the objective, going elephant hunting, which is what we're doing. So going forward, we're vectoring in and zeroing in on that area that we believe hosts high grade, very interesting areas of high ounces underneath the existing resource package. So that's the main objective for Douay phase 2 drilling. This is with the support of our partners Agnico, phase 2 with their funding primarily. And then we'll be looking at some of the VMS targeting elsewhere, which we have a team for that already assigned, as well as follow up on Telbel and Eagle. So across the boards, we have a lot of more work to do.
You also mentioned or announced the appointment of Josh Pelletier as the company's chief geologist. How does his background and experience dovetail with the needs of Maple Gold?
Yeah, thank you. I think the market may have read in too much to the change of the personnel, But Josh is somebody who the project desperately needs now. Structural geologist, we're looking for larger structures in the geology and how that affects the ultimate drilling targeting effort. So his specific background is what we needed right now. It's like, depending on where you are in a football game, you have different people on the field, and he's the right special teams that we need right now for what's happening.
Now, as you mentioned earlier, the stock was down yesterday following the company's release. Why do you think now is a good time for investors to consider investing in Maple Gold?
Well, I think the upside is even more pronounced now than it was yesterday. People, in my opinion, are getting a deep discount for what we have at the project. We have Agnico Eagle as a very strong supportive shareholder, partner, JV partner. We have 3+ million ounces and growing. I think we have a giant system in the making. I think when we look back on this 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, we'll say, wow, incredible that there ever was a moment where you could buy it at 6, 7, 8 cents a share. So I believe the upside is tremendous because nothing's changed between yesterday and today, except now we have more understanding as to where we're going to go next. So in many respects, the situation is massively improved. Again, you could have imagined a totally different result where nothing was found. This is exploration is challenging, and moments like this, I say, it reminds me when, Ivanhoe Mines was trading at below their cash value, around 87 cents, 85 cents, and nothing had changed. The market was just absolutely abysmal, and everyone was backing up the truck, including myself. And then now we're at high mid-figure dollars for the share price. You look for opportunities like this all across the markets, and you say, has anything actually changed from one day to the next? And if not, why is the share price down? And I believe there was a total overreaction, and we'll see how things go forward. But I think it's a great moment in time.
I agree with you. I think the only thing that's changed is the first phase deep drilling program puts you closer to your goal. So Matthew, Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mark. Have a great one.